The Ethiopian AI Expo 2025, which has been run on the theme Leveraging AI for Africa's Prosperity and Collaboration, brought together high-ranking officials and experts to address the continent's evolving AI landscape and explore collaborative strategies to ensure Africa's active participation in the AI revolution. At the panel discussion, Ethiopia's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Gideon Timotheos, emphasized the importance of African countries to become active participants in AI research, development and innovation, noting the importance of realizing how critical AI is.
I think the first important thing is to invest in developing our talent, to innovate, to research, and be part of the leaders, be among the leaders in the pack in terms of innovation and research. I think that is a very critical component. If our focus is simply on the governance and regulatory aspect, then we would be left out. Then the other important thing that I think we need to do is have our own internal conversations based on our experiences, based on our innovation, have platforms like this to come up with common African positions with regard to how AI should be regulated, how AI should be governed. Having platforms like this is very critical in that regard. And then also arriving at common positions that could amplify our voice and influence would also be very important.
Commissioner for Infrastructure and Energy at the African Union, Lerato Metaboin, outlined the AU's AI strategy, emphasizing that AI is no longer a futuristic concept, but a present-day reality for many African businesses and citizens.
We do have an artificial intelligence strategy, and the reason why it was important for the African Union to, get the strategy adopted is that AI is really our reality, and there are many companies and there are many SMMEs that are already leveraging AI on the continent. I think the point of departure is to acknowledge that our economies are already alive to AI, and we've got a lot of our citizens that are already participating in the AI, leveraging the AI opportunity, as it were. So it is then important that as governments, we create the correct framework to make sure that we empower the citizens, like the Prime Minister indicated, to say citizen empowerment through AI is what has to be priority. So at the base level, we promulgated the strategy to support that. But we are also mindful that there are still binding constraints that are going to impact our ability to leapfrog and join the rest of the world as a continent. And one such is the deficit in our digital infrastructure. So we need to begin to work together and have regional approaches to investing in digital infrastructure across the board.
Ante Akum, Director for Institute for Security Studies, emphasized the importance of AI for African realities.
We have a continent already where you can see not only the global inequalities between Africa and the rest, but inequalities within our continent as well. How do we ensure that AI does not exacerbate these inequalities, but is inclusive in a way that transforms livelihoods? And I would end with the fifth one, which is driving AI towards African solutions to African problems. I know we have spoken about that, we have questioned it, but in fact, we can develop our own language models on the continent that drive the kind of artificial intelligence that responds to the particularities.
The panelists noted that AI technology doesn't exacerbate existing inequalities, but rather becomes a tool to bridge gaps in development, particularly in agriculture, healthcare, and governance. Ethiopian News Agency noted.